Hi there. If you were a child growing up in Australia in the 1980s to 1990s, you are probably familiar with this book. This is the Women's Weekly Children's Birthday Cake book. We were very lucky in our family that our mum was an exceptional baker, so we got to have quite a few of these iconic cakes. So today I'm going to do a flip through of this book for you. Whether you're familiar or not with this book, hopefully you enjoy it. So I'm going to take you through and show you some of the many cakes that we grew up with. So this is the collector's edition of this Women's Weekly Birthday Cake book. W-O-M-E-N''S W-E-E-K-L-Y. And there's this train cake on the front. And you can see the train has rainbow popcorn pieces as the smoke, and also in the trailer in place of coal, and little candies or chocolates as decorations as well. It gives you a hint of what this book is like. So at the start there's just some tips for some of the decorations, how to make eyelashes, and piping with a pipe bag, with a paper bag. So just some recipes, frosting, and tips in here, facts and figures. So this appears to be a measurement conversion chart. So wherever you live, it tells you easily how to convert the measurements to whatever system you use. Okay, so it's broken down into sections, this book. The first being Storybook favorites. So this one is, I guess, classic fairy tales, things that we all know and love, tales that we grew up with. Let's see. Okay, so here we have Hey Diddle Diddle. I'm sure you remember the nursery rhyme. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. I've never heard of Ginger Neville. I thought these were fairy tales, stories that I would know. So here's a pattern for the gingerbread man. And here, I'll show you. Here is the gingerbread man with his buttons, his eyes, nose, licorice mouth. And here we have Miss Muffet. Now this one I definitely know. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider, who sat down beside her, and frightened Miss Muffet away. I don't blame Miss Muffet. I would be pretty scared too if a spider came and sat next to me, and I would not be sticking around to see if he's friendly or not. Don't know that I would like this cake. Big spider web with a spider on it. But she is quite cute, Miss Muffet. The gingerbread house. So far, none of these have been cakes that my mum made us, but I definitely remember this gingerbread house. I always wanted it. I thought it just looked so decadent and fancy, and I thought how amazing to have a cake, but then all these lollies and chocolates as well. Just such a treat. So we have a roof with Smarty tiles, and it looks like we have a strip of licorice across the top, and I think these look like mint leaves here, and there's definitely some chocolate sultanas, or maybe chocolate almonds. Oh yes, here we are, chocolate coated sultanas. So chocolate sultanas for the puff, and a wafer door. That's cute. And I'm not quite sure what these lollies are here. Just says assorted sweets. So really, I'm sure you could use anything for your windows. But of course, this house is just like the witch's house from Hansel and Gretel. Okay, so the next section is sport. This was always my least favorite, I have to be honest. I didn't really want any of these cakes. I was a very, what you would call, girly girl as a child, so I definitely did not want any of these cakes. I was only interested in fairies and unicorns and mermaids and all things sparkly and pretty. Oh, I forgot. I didn't realize that the swimming pool was in the sport section. Now this, I believe my older sister had this cake. My mom made it for her. Pretty sure that was one of the earlier ones she made. I'm not sure I was even born, actually. It was my older sister, but yes, I'm pretty sure. So you can see it has the cake around. And then for the pool, for the water, there's jelly. I don't know why they didn't use a blue jelly. Seems a bit odd to use green jelly for water, doesn't it? But don't know. I mean, I could understand the green if it was a pond or a swamp, but for a swimming pool, I think they should have gone with blue. I love the little beach balls, the candies in there, and the umbrella. And look at this, what do you call them? A blow-up lounge, I suppose. And this ladder is so clever with the 2 musk sticks and strips of licorice. Lots of licorice in this book, I've noticed. I love licorice, so that's fine for me. Now this racing track looks familiar, I think possibly one of my brothers had this as a cake. Some I can remember and some I'm just not sure. It looks familiar, but maybe it's because I've seen it in this book so many times. But I think one of them did have that. So now we have animals. I'm sure these ones are very popular. Oh my gosh. Little piggy. These flowers look like frangipanis in her hair. And I think the hair and the tail must be lolly snakes. Yeah, I think so. Those eyes are so cute. Little chocolate freckles, I think. Some more licorice, it looks like. And a few Smarties. Oh, I just noticed her eyelashes. Okay. It actually makes so much sense why they had a mini tutorial for eyelashes at the start. There's been so many with eyelashes. Oh, this was one of my favorites. Look just how fluffy and just adorable this duck looks. This is Rubber Ducky. Oh my gosh. I just always loved this one. Look at the frosting, the way they fluff it up. And then the chip beak. I think that's so clever to have 2 potato chips as the beak. And look at his bright, big red bow. Matches his red buttons and his red eyes. Oh, I love the duck so much. That frosting looks so thick and creamy and luscious. Cuddly koala. Oh my goodness, that texture looks so soft. I just want to scratch him. And I love the biscuit there for the nose. This one is perfect. I love how this koala looks. His big round ears, his long eyelashes, and his big juicy butt. This is definitely a cuddly koala. Jungle elephant. probably snakes or something like that. I don't know, I wouldn't just add some random pipe cleaners up there if I made it. I'd put something else up there. Or maybe a cute little bow. Yeah. Numbers. Okay, so number 1. This one my sister definitely had for her first birthday. So I'll show you this one. Just have to move this. So it's quite simple, just the shape of one and covered in these rainbow Smarties and little chocolates. It's so bright and fun, I think. And although a little bit fiddly placing the chocolates, I don't think it would be too difficult. And they give you the template on the other page, the pattern for the shape, so that definitely makes it easier. So we have pictures of my older sister's first birthday. She was, they were on holiday, they were in Queensland, in Australia, and yes, she had this cake. So you can see there's the template, how to cut it there. So 5 has all of these little plastic tools. I don't know where you would even get those. Such small toy tools. Oh, I'm sure there are kits somewhere, but I suppose really you could decorate it with anything. Some little matchbox cars if you wanted. Some little doll's clothes. Or you could just put some more sweets on top. I'm sure. So this is a 10 with whipped cream and shavings of chocolate, and the actual cake looks a bit like a lamington. I wonder if it is lamington. It has definitely chocolate and coconut on the outside, and if you put some jam on the inside, then with the sponge, then yes, you would have a lamington. It's quite effective, I think, the whipped cream and chocolate shavings, but still quite simple to do. Oh, ice cream cakes. Fun. And these ones you can just get a big carton of pre-made ice cream to do them. So you're not having to bake a whole cake. It's a bit simpler. So if you don't have much time to bake and just the time to decorate, yes, this cake, the Dolly Varden, was famous in our family. We would always talk about this cake. Actually, now, looking at this, she looks a bit scary, doesn't she? She reminds me of one of the toys in Sid's collection. You know, Andy's neighbor in Toy Story. Oh, poor thing. She's just trapped in this cake. But we loved this when we were younger. This was the cake we spoke about the most, the Dolly Varden. So you can see the doll inside the cake and then these beautiful pipings, and these edible little gold balls that you can get, and this crazy hairstyle. Oh goodness. Well, we thought she was beautiful. That section was short. So now we're up to friendly folk. Clarence Clown. Would we call him friendly? Yes, he has a smile. He looks very crusty-like, doesn't he? I do like this big frill that he has around his neck. That's very fancy. Oh, okay, I have to show you. This is one of the fancier cakes that my mum made. She made it for my younger brother. So this here, Robert Robot. This was one of the more special cakes that our mum made. This was for one of my younger brothers. So fancy. These hundreds and thousands, sprinkles all over him, and so many lollies. You can see licorice, all sorts, sliced up, and some Smartie chocolates. Not sure what these are. Oh, no. 2 pipe cleaners. I find that quite disappointing. Honestly, I don't think my mom used pipe cleaners. She was more imaginative. I'm sure she used something edible there. Maybe some musk sticks are too straight, I suppose. But I'm sure she used something. But yeah, this was a very special cake. My brother loved it. Well, we all did, really. We certainly didn't have this scary clown. Okay, now this section says for boys. But of course, we know that doesn't mean anything. If girls like them, they can have them just the same. Oh dear, I'm not sure any girl wants that. Okay, pirate. Ooh, he looks fun. Looks like an Oreo sliced off for the eye patch. Very clever. Oh, and a gold chocolate coin. I like that. This helicopter has wafers for the propeller on top, and I think some more for the smaller back propeller. Here we have a tugboat, some more popcorn smoke, like the train on the front of the book. I think that's such a clever idea. The little puffs of popcorn are like billowing pillows of smoke. So clever. Okay, so now we have 4 girls. But again, boys, you are welcome to look. This was another one of our favorites that was made. The candy castle. You can see the design here. And I'll show you finished. This is what it castle. And we have a wafer door and licorice all sorts for the windows. Yes, we loved this one. You can do different colored frosting if you want a different color castle, of course. Ooh, okay. I'll show you on the other side. Obviously this is a stove, but over here we have a sweet shop. So this was another cake that we had made for us. The sweets shop. Wow. As you can see, this one has lots of these small hard candies, both in these sort of inserts here in the cake and also decorating the front. Then we have a little scale. I'm not too sure why. I suppose this was a very old sweet shop where they charged by the weight, I guess, instead of by the item. I'm not sure. Sweet shops definitely don't look like that anymore. But this is so pretty. We love this one. Oh, this is the Dolly Varden I was thinking of. Why are they both called Dolly Varden? That is so confusing to me. This is the one I remember with these marshmallows all over it. We didn't do the piping how it was on the other. That's why it looked, the other one looked a little crazy than this one. This is the Dolly Varden I remember. We loved her. She really is beautiful. Their beautiful big puff princess skirt. So now these are for everyone. Unlike the rest of the cakes, which are also for everyone. Oh, look at this painter's palette. That is very clever. I love this. How the frosting is smeared like that with the paint. Although instead of real paint brushes, I think they should be some type of licorice brush, you know. I just really like it when everything is edible on the cake, so. But I really love this. Even how it has the well for the paintbrushes. Yes, I would have that cake for sure. Ooh, typewriter. These are fun cakes in this section. I love all the musk sticks and the Smarties. So cute. And here we have the train from the front cover. Such a long, long cake. Has front carriage, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 trailers behind. That's really the end. There's just some other bits and pieces after, but no more actual cakes. That's the end of the actual recipes and cake tutorials in this book. love to know if you had any of these cakes growing up. Please let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you and goodbye.